Objective. After listening to this module, you'll be able to describe the power of our thoughts. The power of thoughts. Did you know that positive emotions can expand your mind and help you see more possibilities? One researcher showed different film clips to 5 groups of people. The first 2 groups were shown clips that created positive emotions. Group 1 saw images that created feelings of joy. Group 2 saw images that created feelings of contentment. Group 3 was the control group. They saw images that were neutral and produced no significant emotion. The last 2 groups were shown clips that created negative emotions. Group 4 saw images that created feelings of fear, and Group 5 saw images that created feelings of anger. Afterward, each participant was asked to imagine themselves in a situation where similar feelings would arise and to write down what they would do. Participants who saw images of fear and anger wrote down the fewest responses. Meanwhile, the participants who saw images of joy and contentment wrote down a significantly higher number of actions that they would take, even when compared to the neutral group. In other words, when you are experiencing positive emotions like joy, contentment, and love, you will see more possibilities in your life. These findings were among the first that suggest positive emotions broaden your sense of possibility and open your mind up to more options. An example that illustrates the power of our thoughts is a research article that was published in the Journal of Pain and Symptom Management. Results indicated that subjects who were given favorable messages about the beneficial effects of immersing their hands in ice water had better pain tolerance to the cold water than those who were told that exposure to ice water had negative consequences. There are no benefits to putting your hands in cold water, but the people who were told that there were benefits did not feel the pain that comes from putting your hands in ice water nearly as much as those who were told that it was bad for them. Another example of the power of thoughts, specifically how stress can adversely affect one's health, is the case of a 53-year-old man in Tokyo, Japan, who suddenly fell to the ground after being involved in a physical aggression by 2 younger men. The forensic autopsy revealed no significant injury except for slight pale abrasions on his face. The cause of death was established as a heart attack, probably related to the emotional stress of being in a fight. So the man died not from wounds from the fight, but from the stress of being in a fight. Our health and stress levels go hand in hand. Our emotional health especially is just as important as our physical health. Learning to constantly see the silver lining or seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty improves our emotional well-being, which thereby improves our ability to tolerate and handle stress. Nearly all of the cognitive restructuring techniques involve some aspect of optimistic thinking. Here's an example that illustrates this glass is half full concept. There once was a woman who woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and saw that she only had 3 hairs on her head. Well, she said, I'll braid my hair today. So she did and had a wonderful day. The next day she woke up, looked in the mirror, and saw that she had only 2 hairs on her head. And she said, I think I'll part my hair down the middle today. So she did and she had a grand day. The next day she woke up, looked in the mirror, and noticed that she only had 1 hair on her head. So she said, I'm going to wear my hair in a ponytail today. So she did, and she had a fun day. The next day she woke up, looked in the mirror, and noticed there wasn't a single hair left on her head. She exclaimed, Yay! I don't have to fix my hair today. The wise old man, and here's another good one that illustrates the importance of optimistic thinking. A man of 92 years is moving into an old people's home today. His wife of 70 years has recently died and he is obliged to leave his home. After waiting several hours in a retirement home lobby, he gently smiles as he is told that his room is ready, as he slowly walks to the elevator using his cane. The staff worker describes his room to him, including the sheet hung at the window, which serves as a curtain. I like it very much, he says, with the enthusiasm of an 8-year-old boy who's just been given a new puppy. Sir, you haven't even seen the room yet. Hang on a moment, we're almost there, replies the staff worker. That has nothing to do with it, he replied. Happiness is something I choose in advance. Whether or not I like the room does not depend on the furniture or decor, but rather it depends on how I decide to see it. It is already decided in my mind that I like my room. It is a decision I make every morning when I wake up. I can choose to spend my day in bed, enumerating all the difficulties that I've had with the parts of my body that no longer work very well, or I can give up and give thanks to heaven for those parts that are still in working order. Every day is a gift as long as I can open my eyes. I will focus on the new day and all the happy memories that I've built up during my lifetime. Old age is like a bank account. You withdraw in later life what you deposited along the way. So my advice to you is to deposit all the happiness you can in your bank account of memories. And the old man says to the staff worker, "Thank you for your part in filling my account with happy memories, which I'm still continuing to fill." So optimistic thinking is definitely important, but another concept pertaining to the power of thoughts that's important to mention is the danger of expectations. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't have high expectations for yourself. I'm actually a huge believer in goal setting, but oftentimes our stressors are created or exacerbated by unmet expectations. You don't expect someone to be rude to you. You don't expect to get a poor grade on that exam that you studied so hard for. You don't expect to be passed over for a promotion at work. The Wisdom in Hot Chocolate, a group of graduates well established in their careers, were discussing their lives at a class reunion. They decided to go visit their old university professor, now retired, who was always an inspiration to them. During their visit, the conversation turned to complaints about stress in their work, lives, and relationships. After offering his guests hot chocolate, the professor went into the kitchen and returned with a large pot of hot chocolate and an assortment of cups. Some cups were porcelain, glass, or crystal. Some plain-looking, some expensive, some exquisite. He invited each to help themselves to the hot chocolate. When they all had a cup of hot chocolate in hand, the professor shared his thoughts. Notice that all the nice-looking, expensive cups were taken, leaving behind the plain and cheap ones. While it is normal for you to want only the best for yourselves, that is the source of your problems and stress. In most cases, it is just more expensive, and in some cases even hides what we want to drink. What each of you really wanted was hot chocolate. You did not want the cup, but you consciously went for the best cups, and soon you began to eye one another's cups. Now, friends, please consider this. Life is the hot chocolate. Your job, money, and position in society are the cups. They are just tools to hold and contain life. The cup you have does not define, nor does it change the quality of life you are living. Sometimes by concentrating only on the cup, we fail to enjoy the hot chocolate that has been provided to us. Always remember this. God brews the hot chocolate, He does not choose the cup. Sometimes by concentrating only on the cup, we fail to enjoy the hot chocolate that has been provided to us. The happiest people don't have the best of everything, they just make the best of everything they have. And the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Enjoy your hot chocolate. Key points. Optimistic thinking is involved in virtually every cognitive restructuring technique. Beware of your expectations, as unmet expectations can be a huge source of stress. And that's it.